Hey guys, my name is Branston and welcome back to the channel. Today we're here in Toyota of Simi Valley in Southern California and we're going to be reviewing this brand new 2021 Toyota Supra A91 edition. Let's get inside and let's go talk about the history of this car. So, we're here in the car. We're going to start talking about the history of the Supra, because the Supra has been a well-known name for such a long time. It's been around 40 years, ever since the first introduction of the Mark I back in 1979. That was Toyota's first ever sports car. We then now jump to 2020, where the new Mark V was introduced from Toyota as a collaboration between BMW and Toyota. It was a revival of the Supra name for Toyota, and since the last model in the 1990s, they wanted to create something that they could call their own unique car. So they decided to team up with BMW and essentially create their own new sports car that's fast. They use some of the same BMW components in the engine and in the interior, but that doesn't stop Toyota from creating their own special and unique car. This car comes with 385 horsepower and 368 pound-feet of torque from a twin-scroll turbo inline 6 from BMW with an 8-speed automatic with dual paddle shifters. So guys, coming up to the front here, we got the brand new grille for the Toyota Supra. We kind of look at it and it kind of is reminiscent of the original Mark IV Supra, especially with that large front air intake, just allowing a lot of that air to get into the engine, allowing it to just run down the street. Looking through here, we got this really nice front splitter, comes up to the top. There's no airflow into there, just kind of more of a design feature. It does give some downforce, which is really good. We move around here, we got this really beautiful LED headlight. 3 lights on the top, and you got this daylight running bar, which I think is just well done, especially going with the line of the body of the car. So moving around to the side of the car, guys, here we got the brand new 19-inch rims from Toyota. These are specific to the A91 because these are matte black versus on the regular Supra, they would be black with some chrome trim. Matte black, I think it ties in really well with the car, especially with the hash marks in the back. It's really great. These are 255s. There's 275s in the rear of the Michelin Pilot Super Sports. Sticky tire, really great for these kind of cars. They just fit really well with the profile, and I love how these rims look. We then move on to the brakes here, where it's a 4-to-1 piston ratio. So 4 piston in the front, 1 in the back, with these beautiful red painted calipers. I love the Supra logo on the front. It looks great. And these are just, they stop the car quickly as fast as you can, going from 100 to 0. Coming to the side here, specifically with the new A91, these come with them, carbon fiber mirror caps. Back when the Toyota first came out in 2020, they were an option for around $900 to $1,000. These come stock now, which is great because they look great, they tie in the car well, and it just makes it look really sporty. So coming around to the rear here, one of the things that's special with the new A91 is these kind of hash marks. They're dark satin gray. They're great and they look good, but especially on a black car, it's hard to really see what they look like. But that's how you can distinguish for the A91 besides the rims and then the interior. So guys, coming around to the rear here, we're looking at this rear diffuser in satin black, really great. Minus it's made out of plastic, which I wish it was made out of something maybe carbon fiber, but then again, this is a $55,000 sports car. Looking around here, we get these aluminum tailpipes. I don't like the look of them because they just don't go with the car, but then again, it's on either side. It is a Toyota after all, and so it's just kind of how it is. Moving to the center here though, we got this reverse taillight, which is inspired by F1 cars, which, as we know, Toyota is a part of F1 and they have their own race team, and they're doing very well right now, I believe. Coming up top here, GR, that stands for Gazoo Racing, which again is very important to Toyota as it's their part of the company that allows them to be able to create and make these cars go faster and make it feel like it's something that you want to purchase. Coming up top here, we got the Supra logo. This is reminiscent of the original 90s logo when it first came out. Love that it's a throwback. I love how well they did this, and it just really ties in the car well. Minus, I think Toyota and Supra, a little too close right there. Coming around to the taillights here, we got these beautifully made taillights that curve all the way around. I love how they come out of the car, especially because you can see the top part. Especially at night, they just look awesome. You can recognize that it's a Supra from a mile away. Opening up the trunk here, you're going to take the key. There's no button underneath, which is something that I think a lot of people are not going to like, especially just for quick access, because the only way you can open it is either your key or inside the car. But press and hold, pops, little bit of a slit, open it up, and it opens up easily with hydraulics. Not a lot of room. I mean, you can maybe hold 4 or 5 types of bags. But it does come with this privacy protector, so in case you do close your car and you don't want people to see inside of it, really easy way. But it does take up some space, so if you do get rid of it, you can have a little more space. And closing it is very nice and easy. You just pull it down here, top it. Very smooth, very nice, and I just love to close the trunk. Now let's come around, let's go look at the interior. Okay guys, so coming into this car here, we're greeted with this nice door. Love the leather, feels great. We're greeted with these JBL 12 speakers all around the car, which makes the sound audio just sound perfect. Looking in here, we got this beautiful seat, leather and Alcantara with the blue perforation, because again, A91, which is the special edition, only 1,000 units are being made. They all come with special blue stitching and perforation, so that's how you can tell one of the differences between a regular and an A91 Supra. Looking at the seat here, well contoured. I love it. I think it's comfortable, especially if you're going to do road trips, and it's just perfect, especially for heated, not cooled seats, but that's just how it is. Stepping inside here, we are greeted with the infotainment. This infotainment, it does look like BMW, that's how it is, but you're greeted with a picture of the Supra, so you know that Toyota put time and effort into making sure that this car is unique. We got the nice steering wheel here, all leather, really great, has these nice feeling paddle shifters, all the buttons you want. I don't know why there's just nothing right there. It's just kind of plastic. It'd be interesting if Toyota were to put something in there, maybe like a toggle switch for some mode for a future car, but that's just how it is. Looking here, we got the digital gauge cluster where we have our RPMs as the main center point, because who's really going to be looking at how fast they're going sometimes? But on the left, it shows us our miles per hour. On the right, it shows us any notifications, either weather, heating, calls, anything like that. Moving here to the air conditioning now and all the other features, we got this really beautiful silver line that comes from the driver's side all the way to the passenger side, which I think is great. Ties in the interior, especially with this blue stitching on the top of the dash. It really just makes it look great. Coming down, we got our radio, our start-stop button, and then we have our climate controls and our center dash. Climate controls comes with heated seats, regular cooling. It's well made. I love it. I think it's great, especially for sunny Southern California. It's just really nice. Coming down here, we got this beautiful carbon fiber, all just going all the way into the passenger seat. And then along with this gloss black, it really ties in the car very well. We come here to the shift, 8-speed automatic, like I said, along with the dual clutch. It's a little thin. I wish it was a little bit bigger, and I wish it kind of had a different look, because it does look like a BMW shifter, but that's how it is. We have our infotainment in this gloss black, very pretty. Have all our buttons, sport, parking brake, all that. Then we move on here, go into our cup holder area. We get 2 cup holders that could probably hold a medium to small drink. Large is not really going to hold. You know, again, it's a sports car, so you're never really going to be paying attention to drinks when you're going fast. Right behind it, there is a little change holder where you can hold your phone, anything like that, but nothing too big. One thing that I love about this car is that since I'm 6 foot, you'd think it would be a small car in the interior, but it really isn't. Around the legroom, yes, because it is a little bit smaller, but towards the headroom, it's awesome. It's perfect. I have such a large amount of room because of the bubble design that Toyota decided to implement on their car. It's meant to save weight, also have some airflow throughout the car, and it's meant to give people who are taller and have wider frames and all that to have more room in the car so they can enjoy it just as much as the next guy who's maybe shorter. Now let's step outside of the car and let's go look at the under the hood so we can see what's running this car. So guys, coming around front here, we got this beautiful hood design, which I think Toyota did very well on. It's a clamshell design, kind of reminiscent of an Aston Martin Vantage, but it's in its own unique way, especially for how long and how well it ties in with the body lines of the car. It opens up with hydraulics, which is interesting because my Shelby has a prop rod, but kudos to Toyota for that. So here we're introduced to the inline 6 twin scroll turbo. It's beautiful, 385 horsepower and 368 pound-feet of torque. What's special about the 2020 model compared to the 2020 is that 2020, it had less horsepower and less torque. Toyota heard what everybody was talking about and how it had less power and they wanted more. So they listened to them and they decided to up the beef all the way to 385 horsepower, 368 pound-feet of torque, which I think was a great choice by them. It didn't ruin anything in the car, and it just made the car more enjoyable. So guys, one thing with Toyota is they realized that people wanted to tune these cars just like the original, and so they left spots open for tuners to either pull out and take stuff so they can add in more air, but that leaves room for fake vents. So let's go around the car right now, let's point out all the fake vents that there are. So guys, that was the end of this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you really enjoyed this video and you want to see more, please hit the like and subscribe button down below so I can keep creating more content each week. And please go into the comments and tell me what car you would like to see next that I can either review or just show. And if you're interested in this A91 Supra or any Supra at all, please contact Steven Riviera here at Toyota in Simi Valley. We'll have his contact information down below. And if you mention my name, he'll take care of you guys. Other than that, that's the end of this video. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.